We are live. What is going on, everyone? Thank you all so very much for being here. Everyone that's tuning in at this time, I really appreciate it. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So congratulations to LeBron James. Big congratulations. Let's just take a quick second to acknowledge just what we saw. I mean, we literally witnessed greatness, right? Like all-time incredible achievement, a record that many believe never would be broken, and LeBron is going to shatter that. However you feel about LeBron, I said this in the video I posted after he broke the record, but however you feel about LeBron, whatever your thoughts are about LeBron, whether you think he's the GOAT, whether you think whatever, it's what you're witnessing. This is something you may never see again in your life. The type of athlete, type of player that LeBron is, this is greatness. And this is something that you really need to take in. You do. I mean, if you're a fan of basketball, you're a fan of sports, you're a fan of the Lakers, this is something that really is just a crowning achievement and absolutely incredible. Would have been nice to get the win, but I mean, if you been a part of these live streams and a part of this channel, I've talked about this, and some people try to say it's not true, but I mean, here's witness. Every time LeBron, for the most part, not every time, but like most of the time, when LeBron breaks a record, whatever that record is, or whatever team he is on, usually loses that game. Like when he has like a historic night, they usually lose those games because all the attention, all the focus is on LeBron. So, scoring title, trying to do that. They're force feeding LeBron instead of playing through the scope of the game, stuff like that. Instead of getting AD going early or, other players early and they're trying to get LeBron his points, all that stuff, which is why I wanted LeBron to do it in Milwaukee. I did, or not in Milwaukee, but against Milwaukee, because that's a game that we probably lose regardless. So it would have been nice to get the win tonight and then him go break the record in Milwaukee against the Bucks. I don't know why I keep saying in Milwaukee. If he goes and breaks the record against the Bucks, then if you lose the game, it's probably a game you were going to lose anyway. So it's not a big deal. But now we lose this game. Now we have to win the Milwaukee game, which if the Lakers end up making some trades, we may be super shorthanded in, unless we get some trades like tomorrow. But even if we do, are they going to be able to get to the team in time to play the game against the Bucks? And not just that, even if they do, is it going to be awkward? Is it going to be clunky? Is it going to fit? That's something else. And then even on top of that, what's going on with LeBron? Because LeBron checked himself out the game because of his calf or his foot. So that's something else as well. So there's a lot of questions. We're probably going to lose that Bucks game, which is not good at all and not what you want to see. So I don't know. It's getting crunch time, right? We got to go on a nice little win streak here after this Milwaukee game. We really have no choice. Again, this is a game that I wish we would have won this game and then LeBron broke the record next game, because then chances are we'd probably be in a better spot. But nonetheless, go through the stats real quick and then we will get into the chat and all that stuff. But Rui had a nice game. Again, I really want them to run plays for Rui. I really do. But nonetheless, he had 14 points, 5 of 7, 1 of 1 from 3. He actually made his free throws today, which was nice. That was really good. He was 3 of 4, 6 rebounds, which was good. LeBron, 38 points. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Again, this was about LeBron James. That's what this was. And then Anthony Davis, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Not his best game, but he only took 9 shots. Again, can't really knock AD. I saw a lot of comments that people were posting about where's AD? Why isn't AD playing? Why isn't AD showing up? Because this isn't a game where they're really looking for AD. This is a game where they're trying to get LeBron the ball and they're trying to get LeBron as many shots as they can. They're trying to get LeBron the scoring record, where usually they try to establish AD early. They try to get AD going. And then, LeBron kind of finds his points here and there. LeBron scoring, 36 points through 3 quarters and then had 2 points in the fourth quarter. you're not winning those games. And then at that point, AD's not established. He doesn't have it going. So can't really knock AD too much there. Beverly had 7 and 5 assists. He had actually pretty solid game. Schroeder chimed in with 10. Russ had a very solid game. Russ kind of took over down the stretch too, which was nice to see. But yeah, he was 10 and 19, 4 of 7 from 3. He was Steph Curry out there tonight. 3 of 6 from the free throw line. But he had 27 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. Like, this is the Russell Westbrook that you're like, man, like, we could win some games with this. But unfortunately, we didn't. Unfortunately, we lost. The Thunder shot the lights out, too. That didn't really help, right? I mean, they were just unconscious from 3, put up 133 points. That's usually how it goes. But in general, not the best game, not the best not really what you wanted, right? I would have rather had the win tonight, but still, greatness, history, and all of that. So, but starting us off hot, Sean coming in with the $2 super chat. It's over, bro. We're just not good enough. I still don't think it's really. In my opinion, you can't really judge this game. This is why I really wanted LeBron to break this in Milwaukee. What happened? Sorry, didn't mean to close that way. I don't know why I keep saying in Milwaukee. In LA against Milwaukee. I really wanted them to break it there, because if he broke it there, again, that's a game that you probably would have lost either way. So but again, I reiterated this on several occasions. I was telling people in the comment section, I said this on the live streams and stuff, like, usually when LeBron breaks a record, that team usually loses whatever team he's on. So we gotta beat Milwaukee now. We have to beat Milwaukee now. But I'm hoping we do. I'm hoping we're focused. The sort of elephant in the room is out of the way. It's done, right? LeBron got the scoring title. He established that. Okay, good. Now let's go on a run here. Hopefully we wake up in the morning to some trades, make some noise. A part of me has felt like maybe they're waiting on a trade just for LeBron, so that way he could break the record. Well, he broke the record, so we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow we wake up to some good news. But in general, again, thank you, Sean. Really appreciate that. AD should feel ashamed of yourself. Was that again? It's you can't really fault AD. Would we have liked him to have a more dominant game? This wasn't about that. I mean, this was about establishing LeBron, allowing LeBron to get the scoring title. Usually when we have games, get AD going early. You see it all the time. AD will have like 19 points in the first half or whatever, and then he'll get like his 11 in the second half or whatever that is. Nobody was looking for AD. No one was trying to get AD. A lot of the in-post entry passes were to like LeBron, guys like that. So I can't really knock AD too much, but how does LeBron get the scoring record and the Lakers roll over and lose? This was a big game in the standings. This team has no heart. Season is over. Again, I don't think the season's over, but I mean, I said it whatever game I wanted him to break it against the Bucks, because I knew that they were going to lose whatever game he broke it in. You just knew it. I mean, again, go look at every milestone. For the most part, LeBron has passed, and almost all of them, his team loses when he achieves those things. Almost all of them. It's just how it goes. So it's just like any of these big, huge milestones, and just in general, like usually when you see things like these huge milestones, a lot of times teams lose it because the focus isn't about winning the game. The focus is on, helping LeBron, allowing LeBron to get the scoring title. Like if LeBron would have gotten it throughout the game, probably would have won the game. But no, they wanted to get it to LeBron as soon as possible, ASAP. LeBron scores 36 through 3 quarters, and then he scores 2 points in the fourth quarter because the emotion, the adrenaline, all that stuff. And OKC, the only thing they care about is winning the game, right? Everything about this game was about LeBron getting the scoring title rather than winning the game. And that's why I wanted this game just be a normal game. LeBron inches closer to the scoring title. All would have been right. And then against Milwaukee, that's the game that which also would have been a better story, right? That would have been the story that people would have wanted to hear, and then would have been all that. But that's the problem. It's just it's how it always is. This team doesn't have any clue how to play team defense. Can't believe I am saying this, but I miss Vogel. I don't miss Vogel. But yeah, we our defense is terrible. Again, I don't really blame AD for this game. The focus wasn't to get AD going. The focus wasn't to win this game. The focus was to go and get the scoring title. That's what this was about. That's why LeBron got 36 through 3 quarters. I've accepted this team can't make the play-in without a trade. I've also accepted Ham will continue to amaze me. Jude gave Dennis more minutes than LeBron and AD. Dennis has regressed more than rookie Fultz. Yeah. These tiny guards and AD got cooked all game. AD didn't even try to get loose balls. Like, bro, got cooked. Yeah, there was a loose ball that like AD could have easily gotten, and he just sat there and watched Muscala get it. And I was like, come on, dude, you got to chase after that. But Russ got to go. Ham is so bad. I mean, Russ was great tonight. Like, I'm not saying don't trade him, but I'm not saying like if you can find a trade him. But like, Russ was our best player tonight. Also, in what world would you let Dennis take more shots than AD? Ham should use his brain for once and force his team to feed AD. But again, that's the problem. That's not what this game was about. This game was about LeBron James getting the scoring title. Dennis Schroeder has the ball in his hands. Like, it's just, I don't know. I can't put too much on AD. I know a lot of people feel otherwise, but I just, again, this wasn't about getting AD established early. This wasn't about guys getting established early. This was about LeBron James breaking the scoring title. This wasn't about winning. This wasn't about anything, right? Like, only good player tonight was LeBron. Everyone else should feel ashamed of this. I mean, Russell Westbrook had 27 and 8, shot 4 of 5. I mean, Russ was fantastic tonight. Rui was good tonight too. Yeah. Ham experiment is over. Those turnovers were a pain to watch. Turnovers are never good. Never, ever good. Ham is garbage. His lineups and rotations are rough. Rui and LeBron was our best players tonight. That's a huge problem. Again, Russ had 27 and 8. Russ was amazing tonight. That was so sad, man. I agree. Thunder looked so organized. Lakers looked confused. Because again, it wasn't about getting the win tonight. It was about LeBron going and getting the scoring time. That's all this game was about, which is why I wanted him to do it against the Bucks. I wanted him to do it against the Bucks more than anything, because that's a game that we probably would have lost either way. And we could have focused on trying to get the win here and closing this out. But unfortunately, this was the game that he closed out. Ham loves small ball too much. I agree. 80 in these guards lost us the game. It was rough. If there is no trade by Thursday, I can't watch this team anymore. It's not even Russ's fault, even though he had 7 turnovers. It's the guards' defense. Ham is too big, Brady, Pet Bev, 6'6", Giddy. Yeah. Ham has no clue what he's doing out there. It's rough. Today we need to make a trade now. I'm hoping we wake up tomorrow and get a trade in. I'm hoping we can wake up to a nice little trade. That would be great. No defense whatsoever. Yeah, none. He shot the lights out. 80 is the problem. At least Russ tries and acts like he wants to be there yet. 80 felt left out. LeBron hugging everybody except 80. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure him and AD had their thing. I mean, like, they're like BFFs. 80 got cooked. Danny Guards got cooked. Ham got out coached by a rookie coach. I mean, well, he's technically a rookie coach. If we get those much needed 3-pointers, 80 will be just fine. Gotta get a deal done while we still have a chance. Time is no longer on our side from the trade deadline. Agreed. I really hope we wake up tomorrow to a trade deadline or a deal. LeBron is the all-time leading scorer, but how do you lose to an OKC team who just got blew up by 30 on a back-to-back? Because again, I said this literally the other live stream the other day. I was like, when we were talking about it, like, is LeBron going to break the record? And I said, they're going, if they break the record, they most likely going to lose that game. It's just how it is. Every time LeBron's done some like big major accomplishment, they've lost those games because the attention is about trying to get that accomplishment rather than winning the game, and that becomes a big problem. AD is obviously not the problem. He had a bad night, and it wasn't about AD tonight. They weren't trying to establish AD early. They weren't trying to feed him the ball early. Usually we start the game off trying to get AD early, get AD going, allow him to kind of, feed, have like 18, 19 points in the first half, and then he'll finish the game with like, 32 or whatever. Like that's usually how the games go. But this night, LeBron was the guy. LeBron was the focus. He was the one that, he got 36 in 3 quarters and then 2 points the rest of the game. Sean coming in hot with another $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What's with 3-guard lineups consistently? I don't get that. That drives me crazy too. So here's the thing. Darvin Ham likes ball pressure defensively. So he likes having those, like, that's why you see him play Dennis Schroeder and Pat Bev a lot. He likes that pressure the entire length of the court and just the hounds. Problem is that they're not, 6'6". It'd be nice if they were both, 6'6", or if you had Schroeder and you had Pat Bev was like 6'6", 6'7", then that'd be perfect, right? But the problem is they're not. So Ham likes the ball pressure up front, and then have that big defensive guy down low, which AD, Giannis, stuff like that, and then the others operate. So that's why you see a lot of like the 3-guard lineups. It's rough. Got to play bigger. We do. We really got to play bigger. Every time we play bigger, we usually see good results. Every time we play small, you see the results that we get. But again, thank you so much. This is so painful and stressful to watch. I can't believe I wasted 2.5 hours of torture. I mean, at least you got to see history. Again, AD is the future of the Lakers, but man, we really busted another one. Yeah, it would have been nice to get this. Lakers not making the playoff shape in my head. Still a lot of basketball left, but it's looking bleak. LeBron go. Yeah, he was fantastic. AD sold. No trades will fix. It's done. I wouldn't say that. Don't be surprised. Depends on the players and the pieces you get. Trade AD for picks. Yeah. 80 and 2 first for Durant. If only. 80 is the problem. Yet people like Dennis and Russ are taking all the shots. Okay. Feed AD and we win the game. It's the coaching problem. Yeah. It's not AD's problem. It's not AD's fault. AD is not bringing the ball up. Good new Rui. LeBron was great. Everyone else was trash. I wouldn't say everyone. Like I said, Russ had a really good game. Turnovers sucked, but damn, LeBron just said for any franchise, he can still chase a championship. The coaching is obviously the problem. LeBron hurt. Yeah, I hope it's nothing major. They didn't force it to LeBron. Yeah, of course they did. That's why LeBron took 20 shots through 3 quarters. 80 and 2 first for OG Anunoby and Fred VanVleet. Nah. You said 80 and 2 firsts? I mean, if they were giving us 2 firsts, 80 isn't that bad. Levine for 80 can't be worse. It absolutely can. 80 said he was here to watch Braun break the scoring record. He wasn't trying to play basketball. No one really was. That's the problem. I also hate having LeBron can't lie. The floor is way different when he's on the floor. LeBron wasn't hurt. He didn't want to share the court with bums anymore. We probably done. I hope not, but only time will tell. I expect to see at least 4 new Laker players by Thursday. I hope so. I really do. The loss is bigger than the record. I mean, for us Laker fans, yeah. Watch us play better without LeBron again. Hopefully he's not out against the Bucks. We could use him against the Bucks. You don't need to get a so-called superstar going. If he's that good to be called superstar, he shouldn't need anybody to get him going. He sold tonight. But here's the thing, okay? That's not correct, right? Like like LeBron doesn't need anybody to get him going because he has the ball. Anthony Davis, yes, he's a superstar, but he's not the one bringing the ball up. He's not the one that like he's the one that is low post position, needs somebody to feed him the ball. Once he gets the ball, then he can go to work. He can go get you 30. But if like he's not the guy that's inbounding to himself, bringing the ball up and crossing dudes over. Like he's not, he's not Chris Paul or anything like that. That's the difference. Probably the last game you will see with Russ in a Lakers phone. I really think that that's a real possibility. I really do. I think this very well might be. That's a lie because we could have won this game. There was no effort shown by the team in a lot of plays. We could have won for real. Yeah, but that's why there was no effort because the game wasn't about like, hey, let's go get this win. Everyone's emotions are high. There's a lot that goes into it. Eddie playing like Ben Simmons out there, bro. Yeah, this game, like I said, was rough. 80 and 2 first for Larry Bird. This season is most likely done, so I'm not really worried about wins and losses anymore. The reason why they can drop the ball down to AD is because teams are just sagging down to him due to the obvious lack of three-point shooting. Stop blaming the guy. He'll be fine if we get shooters yet. It'll be fine. If we don't make a trip, it's over for real. Think you need a trade? Yeah, we definitely need a trade. If we don't make a trade, Russ, I'm jumping off a bridge. Don't do all that. Russ was great. We traded AD. Unless the Lakers go on some tremendous winning streak, which is highly unlikely. Any trades or non-trades don't really matter. I mean, it depends on the pieces you get. You get some pieces that fit nicely. The last 15 games of the season are realistic. Like we could win all of those games. There's 3 games that you look at and you're like, oh, that might be tough. But outside of that, our last 15 games, we could easily go 12 and 15. Please send Russ to a different team. We might very well wake up tomorrow to that. Man, I wish they involved AD more. I do too. AD should have tried defense at least. Yeah, would have been better. When AD isn't established, we have options. Of course, Lebron is getting injured. He is 50. Yes, it's worth 50 for us to be sub 500. Seriously. The defense was non-existent. No excuses. You can knock AD. Did you see his defense? He got cooked though. Yeah, no, he wasn't very good defensively. Not at all. LeBron just called himself the GOAT on TNT. I mean, he's said that several times. He said it earlier, didn't he? Damn, I thought D-Ham was a defensive coach. What a disgrace. I thought so too. I mean, we haven't been very good defensively. No run possible, a pathetic team. Coming back from 6 down, no hope. Turnover, can't defend. Perimeter, shooter sucks. Best sucks. Walker, poor defender. This, so bad. No trade can help. Don't say no. Don't say no trade can help. You never know. Never know. You get 3 or 4 guys at a starting level, you'd be absolutely surprised. But it's rough. We got a lot of holes that we need to address. I don't know if he's the worst coach in the league. It's not like we have the best roster in the league. Russ has the most costly turnovers when we get any momentum. He does have some bad moments, definitely. Got to take the good with bad. 80 plus Russ plus 2 first for KD, Simmons, and Curry. I don't want Simmons. I wouldn't mind 80 and picks for KD, but yeah, I don't want Simmons. Defense needs to get better. Lakers guards can't defend at all, and Bryant is not a rim protector. Yeah, definitely. Season is over. See, we need to get it together after this game. We really do. We really do. Frank Vogel is a free agent. Do you think this team is capped with Darvin Ham as head coach? If they have a different coach, maybe they have a better in the standings. I don't really think so. I mean, what coach out there available right now would be better with this roster than we are right now? I mean, it's not like we have this plethora of talent and it's this pool of just greatness. I don't really think we'd be I don't think we'd be that much better. I don't know. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, so many people want the coach fired, but it's like, for who? Like, what coach is going to come in? We don't have the roster. We don't have the talent. We don't have the pieces. Like, you could be the best defensive coach in the world, but when you have a bunch of 6'1" guys, you can only defend so much. Like, that's the problem. Watch the Lakers best the Bucks. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Lakers have been really good, and they beat the Bucks once, right? Shooter also had big turnovers during crunch time. Yes. The season is over without a trade. We keep saying we can come back, but literally giving up 50 and a quarter every game, having to change the roster. Yeah, can't be doing that. That's not good. We have too much talent. I don't think we have enough talent. Which is the problem. Lakers can't play defense. It's definitely over. Why does Ham keep playing Pat Bev? And sure, they do nothing. Again, he likes ball pressure. He's a ball pressure guy. Problem is, it's better when you have like 6'6" guys. Glad the record is done. Now let's make a trade and finish the season on a run. That's my hope. My hope is that, like, now that the elephant has left, like, we can hone in and focus on trying to get some wins, trying to get some W's here. That's my hope, at least. Would be a star in Europe. D-Ham cost us at least 4 games this season with his horrible coaching. There's been a lot of things that have cost us 4 games, definitely. Already expected this to, yeah. It's one of those things. Like, you knew the game that he was going to break the scoring record. They were going to win. This shows how it goes. That's why I wanted him to break it against the Bucks. Let's see. I think today, I hope we trade tomorrow. I hope so too. I hope we wake up to a solid trade. That'd be nice. Lakers eliminated 10th seed. What? This game was Russ's fault, traded before the deadline. KB, the ultimate troll. I love it. Not eliminated yet. Lebron, we're only a few games behind. We're not that far. I still think we'll be okay. But time will tell. AD was nowhere to be found. Unbelievable. Like I said, this wasn't about AD. Took himself out of the game yet. This isn't 2022 yet. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll get some trades done, get in a better position. I think we'll be good. Already expected this to be a loss. Lakers always lose when LeBron breaks milestone record. Exactly. It is. So this was something that was foreseeable. The feel was off all night. Team was not inspired to win. On the night LeBron makes history, they had 2021, 2022 vibes all over it. Yeah, because again, I mean, their focus was not to win the championship. Or not to win the game. Sorry, their focus was to help LeBron get the scoring time. That's what this was about. And unfortunately, that's how it goes. 17-10 to get the 10th seed. Means Lakers season is over. Not necessarily. They don't need to go 17-10 to get the 10th seed. Not necessarily. The 10th seed will likely be like 8 games out of 500. We need 3 Indy not teammates who tried to outplay LeBron and don't pass the AD. We need a lot of things. Stop making excuses for AD. He plays with low energy. If you're not scoring on offense, be a presence on defense. Not make an excuse for AD. He can't pass it to himself. It would have been nice for him to be better defensively, but how many interior points did they score? Like, the AD is not guarding the perimeter. I mean, so they made what? They made 49 baskets, and half of them were 3-pointers made. Like, so, I mean, again, AD is not guarding the perimeter. He's supposed to be the AD never gets played. Yeah. Say with the chest, LeBron James is the greatest of all time. I think so. We just need 15 new players. Sally, you can't make excuses for AD defense. He got cooked. Like I said, half the shots that they made were 3-pointers. Like, AD's not guarding the perimeter. It's not an excuse. It's the facts. Literally. They shot 94 shots in total. And 34 of those, so a third of those shots were 3-pointers. They made 49, and 17 of those shots were 3-pointers. I mean, literally, like almost half of their, like 40% of the 40% of their shooting came from the three. They were just lights out. Like that's the guards issue and the forwards issue. I'm not saying AD was great. Like I'm not saying like like AD did have a bad game, but they didn't try to establish him this game. Like this wasn't about Anthony Davis. This was about. I mean, I've been critical of everybody. I've been critical of LeBron. I've been critical of AD. I've been critical of Russ. Critical of everybody when they have terrible nights. But again, this was like I expected this, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I expected this game to go exactly how it went. AD was going to be a non-factor. Everybody was going to kind of be in their feelings. LeBron was going to get it early, and then we would lose the game. Like this is exactly how I thought the game was going to go. Exactly, and it went that way. Anthony DeRay Davis. You can tell as it stands as a true Laker fan. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, appreciate you. Season over if there's no trades. I hope that there's something. Stop with the excuses. They could have won this game. No energy. It's not an excuse. It's the reality. I mean, it's the reality. History was not on our side tonight. D-Ham just scratched his ball. 80 is supposed to be a stopper. Wait, what? What's up with these people saying the season is over? I'll wait until the season and then we'll know. Exactly. Till we are eliminated from playoff contention, the season's not over. I understand emotion, but we can't overreact. No one cares for the Lakers anymore. That's why I took from all of that. But yeah, blowout shenanigans. Yeah. We can't trade Westbrook or we lose that cap space. The problem is we don't have any cap space now. After we sign Rui Hachimura, Rui has an $18 million cap hold. We have $12 million in cap space next season. 13 points, 80. What do you mean? Don't blame him. How many times did he touch the ball? 9 times. He took 9 shots and made half of them. Like, it's our guard's job to get him the ball. That didn't happen. Y'all want to blame AD to be a god. He's very, very good, but he can't do it all the time. Exactly. They gave up 133 points. And OKC had 17 made 3-pointers. This is on as defense. Thank you, Jeremy. Exactly what I said. This isn't on AD defensively. One guy doesn't stop 133 points. Like it just does. Let's see. No, you gotta trade Russ the cap space. We don't have any cap space. What's going on, Buck Kicker? Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Russ was definitely not our best player in the town. I don't know what you're smoking. I mean, 27 points. I mean, LeBron was our best player tonight. He scored 36 points in that. But I'm excluding LeBron because you're talking about how everyone else was terrible. Russell West, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I think personally, when somebody has 27 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds, shot 10 of 19, 52.6% from the floor, and 4 of 7 from 3, 57.1%. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that that's a good game. I mean, I don't know what do you call that? If that's a terrible game, then I don't know what the standard is. I mean, what is the standard? What is your definition of a standard? I'm not smoking anything. I mean, it's reality. He had 27 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, shot almost 60% from 3. Like, what else is the man supposed to do? We have the worst starting backcourt in the league. Oh, yeah. Seriously. But hey, Jeannie must be happy. Now she can party and do her stuffs without being criticized. I guess. Russ turnover lost the game, according to Laker fans. I don't get it, KB. Like, I'm all for criticism. I'm all for, like, hey, if he had a bad game, he had a bad game. But I don't like what else is the guy supposed to do? The guy single-handedly almost brought us back into the game. Like what else is he supposed to do? Uh, let's see. Cam is the worst. I don't blame 80 for all his recent play. I blame coaching for not getting him involved. Exactly. Just like Rui, they won't get him involved either. Exactly. Call some plays, run some sets, feed Rui the ball, feed AD the ball. That's the job of the point guards. That's the job of the players that are there. Like that's the job. Russ was good. AD was horrible. Ham needs to stop 3 guard lineups. I do. Turnovers definitely were a big factor. Jude was supporting a 5 guard lineup. I hope in the morning we wake up to a trade. I hope so too. Cam Thomas will pass LeBron. Scoring record of at the pace he's going, at the rate he's going, putting up 40 a game. Blame AD all you want, but we didn't defend the first half and hoped they just cool off. That's kind of how it felt. It was like they shut the lights out. We were like, oh, don't worry, they're not going to shoot like this again. He does. 2 years in a row, no playing tournament. Lee screw up LeBron. I mean, last I checked, we still have like 27 games. Westbrook with 5 turnovers in a row. Davis looks like he's still hurt. LeBron breaks the scoring record and then takes the net off. What a team. It's usually how it goes. We take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. It feels like that sometimes. It really does. Cam Thomas coming for the record. Facts. Why are we acting like Russ had a great game? He had an okay game. His turnovers are hurtful. I mean, again, what is your stand? I would love to hear your standard. Look, I get he had 6 turnovers. That was rough. You don't want those kinds of turnovers. I mean, LeBron had 4, right? So did LeBron have a bad game? I mean, Russ had 6 turnovers. He had 2 assists, or 2 steals. But the dude had 27, 8, and 4, shot almost 60% from 3, 52% from the field. Like, what is your definition of a good game? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, how many players, period, can put up a stat line like that? Like, that's what I want to know. I don't get it. Like, I'm not saying he had the greatest game of his career, but dude, like the guy was incredible. The guy single-handedly almost brought us back. I mean, I don't know how much more he could have, or what more he could have done. What trade at the deadline gives us the best chance to land Kyrie this summer? Basically anyone with expiring money, and bird rights, so we can renounce them and maybe sign guys for cheap. I personally don't really want them to. If Kyrie wants to come, you figure that out when the time comes. I think you still do the best trade now because the West is still wide open and you still have an opportunity. So, like, I don't want to see them make a trade with the idea that Kyrie Irving's coming because there's no guarantee that he very well might not. Like, and now what? Now you just punted the season to try to go after Kyrie the 3rd time and it didn't work. I would rather them make the trade, do what you need to do, get the pieces you need, and then depending on, if Kyrie really does want to come to the Lakers in the offseason, you figure it out. Work out a sign and trade, unload some guys, do whatever. There's always ways to figure it out. Whatever you got to do. What trade do you think happens? My guess right now, based on all the information that's out there, it looks like it's going to be either one of 3. It's either going to be Utah, the Raptors, or potentially the Hornets. Maybe even a combination. Might even be a combination of those 3. But very likely it's probably going to be like Gary Trent, because Gary Trent doesn't really have like a huge market right now. And there's even like reports that they're like that they think it's odd that he doesn't have like a bunch of like offers and stuff, but it's kind of understandable. I mean, he's great, but most teams that are really good have a starting shooting guard or have a guy like that. Like the Suns have Devin Booker, like the Bucks have Drew Holiday, like, Chris Middleton, guys like that. So like, it's just kind of need. It's just that like weird time right now. And he's going to want and demand a bunch of money. And do you really want to pay like $30 million a year to have a guy come off your bench? Probably not. So I just think I think that's probably I guess positive. I think something that's in our favor. Um, that's my guess. So yeah. But again, thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate it. Our defense is so bad. I agree. It's rough. Let's see. No one played great on a night we give up 133 points. Yes, very true. Not gonna lie. Nope. Braun checking out of the game didn't look great. It did not. But supposedly his foot was bothering or his heel. Some of that. 80 was a non-factor in Ham's play. He was. We played the same defense we played in New Orleans, basically. Best move is to trade AD for KD. That would be nice if possible, but isn't KD out for like another like 2 weeks? Let's see, should have gone with Terry Stotts. I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of his. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. Some nobody's had a seat to history too, though. Very true. Very true. Let's see. They was in the back row while most of us was at home. Yeah. Darvin Ham likes having her cards get blown by. As soon as I seen the fro, I knew HE was. That was good. That was a good one. Couldn't lose this game. This was another big one. Agreed, especially because like tiebreakers and stuff. That's why we really needed this. That's why I really wanted LeBron to break it against the Bucks, because chances are we're going to lose this game. If you lose to the Bucks, it would have been okay. Let's see. LeBron froze 80 out this game. Yeah, I mean, again, it was the focus was to get LeBron the scoring time. That's what it was about. They're not a bad team at all. They're really good. They have a lot of really noticeable wins. They've beaten a lot of very good teams. Pat Bev, Reeves, LeBron James, 80, TB should be the starting five. Have Rui with Russ off the bench. I mean, I don't really like TB and I love Thomas Bryant, but if he comes off the bench or if he starts, then you have like no backup big, and that becomes a real problem. Like, yeah, Thomas Bryant isn't like a great shot blocker or anything, but like, still. I'm sorry, at this point in a game, we have to win to even get in the play-in, and not being able to beat the Thunder shows the season is over if nothing gets done, and should have traded AD for Kyrie. You should have traded AD for Kyrie, for one. But two, again, like I said, if you follow history, you knew they were going to lose this game. I mean, it's just how it goes. It was a huge, it wasn't about trying to win tonight. It was about getting LeBron the scoring time. That's what it was about. Bill Haney needs to stay off Twitter. What he did was some BS. What did he do? I don't even know what he did. What did he say? I knew after the interview Russ had to have felt like, yeah. The players are mad at LeBron for stat padding to break the record. 80 was mad as hell. I don't think that's what it was, but guards are the reason AD doesn't get a ball. Exactly. AD can't pass to himself. Can't bring the ball up every play. Russ will at least attempt to give AD the ball. Yeah. I mean, he's the only one that does. Need a guard upgrade over Schroeder, Bev, and Walker. I agree. That's why I really want the Toronto trade. I think Toronto trade would be really good. Even if we beat the Bucks, we have a huge uphill fight. We absolutely do, without a doubt. Let's see. Name a backcourt you wouldn't take over ours. It's a very good question. Sorry, trying to find something. Me, this better be the last game he saw Russ in a Laker jersey. It very well might be. Very well might be. He really did. He had like the second best game of his career. Like it's man, he showed out tonight. Um, he's been reading Laker fan 8 mail facts. Made me regret just getting rid of him. Dude said last 13 games, Lakers going 12-3 by that time season is over. Well, to go 12-3, you have to play 15 games. Math is a little off there, JP, but close. So, you get an A for effort, I guess. But, 12 plus 3 is 15, not 13. But nonetheless, no, not at all. You weather a couple games. They're not going to go on like a 20-game losing streak. Congratulations to Lebron for breaking the scoring record. Exactly. Agreed. Should have put my money on Mike instead of AD. I know that was the sleeper pick. Do you think we can still make the playoffs? Absolutely. I think we can still make the playoffs. Not that far away. We do have an uphill battle to climb. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a lock. I'm not saying lock it in. It's a wrap. Like no, nothing like that. But I do still like our chances. Especially like teams like Utah, if they sell off, they're going to start losing. Like there's a couple teams in front of us that very likely are going to fall off. And then we get some trades. 95 watching, only 11 likes. Tyler is one of the ultimate Laker fans. And as a Laker fan, let's help him achieve his dreams. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Yes, thank you so much, Icy. I really appreciate that. Yes, take a quick second. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button for me. Really does help me out a lot. And subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 10K. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're at 83.59. Take a quick second. Hit that subscribe button. Help me, like Icy said, help me reach my dream. Want to do this full time. Need your help. Take a quick second. Be awesome. Problem is, we're no longer in control of our destiny. Now we got to hope teams in front lose. That's very true. Unless we go on some like crazy run. He really does. Really does. It's never over till it's over. You never know. That's how you know that they were going to win. Like that's how you know they're going to be the best team in the league in like 3 years. They got 3 Williams. Joe was looking like Steph. Facts. If we had a starting point guard that can play defense, I think this team completely different story. Dennis is a massive liability. Tyrese, SGA, CJ cooked him the last 3 games. Yeah, that's the problem. He's a pest, but he's not locked down defensively. That's why I thought OKC could make a play at LeBron next season. A lot of young quality players and picks they can move. Yeah, what would they be willing to give up? And would LeBron want to go to OKC? That's the thing. When Golden State blew them out, I knew we were in trouble. Yeah, blew them out. As it stands, and LeBron are the only bright spots this season. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, and LeBron's been great this season. If we can just get Beasley from Utah, he would fit and can shoot. Beasley would be nice. Beasley's like, what, top 5 or top 7 or something like that, and like 3-pointers made or something. I know he's up there. OKC has talent. Watch when Chet plays. Dude, I really want to see. OKC might be scary in a couple of years. Like, seriously, might be scary in a couple of years. The Thunder have 2 dudes named Jalen Williams, whoever they are, both of them, and Blay. Yeah, dude, they're. I'm telling you, they're gonna be good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know about 2024, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in the next like 3 to 5 years, they're champions. Going to be fighting for titles for the next 5 years. Let's see. They also didn't help him with 20 turnovers. Absolutely, that's very true. In 1 year, just go from this to contenders. I mean, if Chet turns out to be like half of what people project him to be, that might not be that far-fetched. If he really is like the second coming of Durant. The only thing going for the Lakers is their schedule is hella easy the rest of the year. Got a bunch of Rocket, Magic, Bulls, and Stephless Warrior games. Exactly. It's my point exactly. Like I said, go look at their schedule. Their last like 20 games, their last 15, we could really go like 12-3. But like their last like 20 games or like 22 games or something like that are all like very winnable games. Like our last like 15 to 20 games, we should easily win like 15 of them. Even as we're currently constructing. That's not even counting if we get a trade or something. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Hopefully we get it done. But Christian coming in hot with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Does the front office know that they have to trade Russell Westbrook or lose cap space for next year? I hope so. I mean, that's the problem. We don't have any cap space if we don't trade Russ. Because again, Rui Hachimura has an $18 million cap hold. So that really gives us like $12 million in cap space. Yes, we could re-sign him right away, but even then, even if it takes like $10 million, we'll have like $17 million when all is said and done. So yeah, I mean, we really do got to make a trade, in my opinion. Not just for even this, even if we don't make the playoffs, even if we don't, or say we do make the playoffs, but we lose in the first round, whatever, about getting pieces for next season as well. Because I don't want another roster turnover. And that's the problem, is we're going to have another roster turnover that isn't very good. And it's just, we really need to get some pieces. We really do. So I'm hoping that they get a trade done. I really do. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Christian. This was an injured OKC team by me, which is why they will be the greatest team ever to assemble. The only thing the Lakers. Oh yeah, I already got that one. Yep. Buddy Hield can't be any worse defensively than Schroeder Beverly. I don't know. He's pretty bad defensively. AD Schiller, Drummond Giro step, the air ball one. That's hilarious. Let's see. I'm fine with 12 turnovers, not 20 as a team. Yeah, it's rough. Lakers either need to do the Utah trade or get rid of VanVleet. That's what my hope is. They could do one or the other. Or in a perfect world, we do the Utah trade and then go trade for Gary Trent. If what Shams said. Or if even if the report, even if we do have to give up both first for the Utah trade, if the reports are true that Gary Trent can be had for a couple seconds, go do Patrick Beverly, Lonnie Walker in like 2 or 3 seconds for Gary Trent. Like if they could basically get Gary Trent for like what they gave up for Rui Hachimura, that'd be a home run. Let's see. I just felt like none of the players cared enough to try and win this game, so I was nonchalant the whole game. Exactly, because again, it wasn't about winning the game. It was about getting LeBron his scoring title. When we were winning the game, we were under 10 turnovers. Yes. Most of the OKC points were mid-range jumpers and threes. AD did fine with what he had. Exactly. I mean, AD can't guard the perimeter. He can't, he can in spots, but, he's down low. When everyone's operating in the mid-range and everyone's like on the three. Again, I'm not saying AD had like a great, perfect game, but, I mean, he had a solid game. The defense was so bad it made it was also the Thunder 52% field goals and shot 90% for the field. Yeah. Wasn't helpful at all. It was an emotional game. Kind of expected this, especially because OKC got blown out. Yeah, exactly. That's what won the game for them. Yeah, that helped. This game had Kobe's last game vibes. Wish we could have won it. I wish we did too. Also, not to harp on the officiating, but did anyone peep that the Lakers were once again not getting the benefit of the home crowd whistle? Yeah, of course not. It's just the refs this year. I don't blame AD because he's a center. Guards have to get him involved. Agreed. That I know. His own defense against shooters will never make sense. Exactly. You got a team lighting us up, and we're going to play zone defense. Oh, man. Thomas Bryant wasn't even guarding Williams at the 3. That's not on AD. Exactly. Maybe you should have a buff time. Russ doesn't. does find the most costly turnover, time to turn over the ball in good games. Yeah, I mean, it's good. You live with the good, you live with the bad. Goes with the good or the bad. And surprisingly, DB got more than 3 minutes. I honestly have no clue what's going on with this rotation. I don't know either. I don't think Darvin Ham knows either. It's 80's job to demand the ball. You got to tell the coach players to beat him. Every time you look, he is jogging. Lakers would be better off with Gabriel's energy at center. I don't know about that. But, again, they're stacking the paint, trying to force AD from getting the ball. We brush, yeah, right. SGA whistle. 80 and Claxton, 80 for Claxton and Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is nice, man. That guy's gonna be good. I thought Rui played better. I thought he was really good. I thought he had a very solid game today. Really solid. I thought he was good defensively. I thought he rebounded well. I thought he, operated well. Lineup should be Braun, Bev, Rui, Aiden, Bryant, bench rotation, Westbrook, Dennis, AR, winning, TB, Lonnie, when you go small. I just hope they trade most of our small guys and that fixes our rotation. I think at best we get the Sixers trade because they aren't starters for Sixers. I hope we get more than that. That would not be great. Not trading 80. You're not going to get anything for 80. Kyrie going to get a ring with Luka this year. I don't know about that. I'm not really sold on it, but 30 losses, Kyrie not down. Russ should be starting. I agree. They should be starting Russ, but they're not going to. He expected Russ to have 30-point triple-double. Steph Curry with 3 and 4 steals and be realistic. Russ had a good game. He did. That's what I'm saying. He had a good game. I'm not saying he was like all world tonight, but he had a very good game. Tobias Harris, the Lakers. Yeah, I'm not really counting on that. Well, 7 turnovers is not good, so no, even from a Russ fan, he did not have a good game. I mean, he had 6, but no one did. I mean, turnovers aren't good, but high usage turnovers happen. George Karl would coach us in the playoffs at least. How about that? Yeah, man. He's good where he's at in Philadelphia. Yeah, fact. Facts, they would not be able to coexist. As well as I was thinking, say, see, New Orleans, we had to beat. I want to stay optimistic, but man, I agree. Like that, those hurt tiebreakers and everything else, and they're in front of us in the standing. Those are 2 games that it felt like we had to win. I know, George Karl. We need to play winning basketball, share the ball, etc. ISO, Braun, Russ, 80 will not get us in the playoffs. The modern NBA, yeah. Braun requests trade in some season over. No trade will fix this time as well. I don't know about that, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Anyone notice how Braun emphasized he can help any franchise still? Yeah, of course he can. He's throwing shade at the front office. He wants a trade done. He's hoping that he wakes up tomorrow to a trade too. AD played like he was told he was traded. Great times. Appreciate you. Russ starting. Can't be any worse than Dennis. Agree. Let's see. Bucks game will tell us a lot about these guys. I just want Stanford. I don't see it tonight. Yeah, it's not a good game. Lakers might actually win the Bucks game. They're on a 10-game winning streak. Hey, I could very well see that. Same thing I said about the Grizzlies, right? Russ is only coming off the bench for the casual fan base. That's all. It's kind of what it feels like. It is. It's like, yeah. I just think that they just want to deal with the backlash. Are the Lakers going to make the playoffs? I think so, but it's getting close. I'll say that. It is definitely getting close, but I still think they make it. Like I said, the last 20 games of the season is really easy. They have a lot of very winnable, easy games. Now, will they win those? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Chet is a better version of Muscala. No, I saw Clay go 12-15 and go on an insane run by himself and down 11. If Clay doesn't put 40, they're going to struggle. Also, their worst road team in the league. Yeah, they're not very good at all. This was another tough loss. I agree with you. No game is winnable for us right now. It's how it definitely feels that way. Phoenix, Golden State, and Minnesota aren't going to lose more than us the next 10 games. I don't think Phoenix, Golden State, and Minnesota might. Phoenix, I think they're getting healthy. They'll be good. But I don't know. I think Golden State's going to be, and depending on when Curry comes back, I don't know what their schedule is. But I got to look at the schedule. That's something else. Losing the game on a big night for LeBron is a bad sign for me. Yeah. Did anyone else see AD holding his ankle? Can he be hurt again? I sure hope not. I really hope not. I really hope not. I could see that though. Our backcourt puts no constant pressure on the defense outside of us. Yeah. Our player and coach right now. I get it. I get it completely. I'm really hoping that not turning. I really hope they're not turning out Coach Ham. I hope not. Maybe it's just me. It's not just you. I get it. We have no heart. Yeah, it's rough. My number one fan is in the chat. Dude, MJ Goat loves to comment on all my videos. He's a big supporter. Shout out to MJ Goat. You're great. And this reminded me of was a Black Panther. Is this your king? Is this your king? Is this the team you're hyping up? Is this the team? Is this your team? When I watch all these other teams, they just have much more of cohesive offense. Yeah, agreed. Oh, something else I want to say about MJ Go. It's funny. He's got to because LeBron gets a scoring title all of a sudden. All the MJ MJ's the best ever. All have to come out of hiding. Look at it, though, right? Your team knows that. They're all scared. So they got to come out of hiding. They're all crawling out of their little coffins. OKC did rain a thunderstorm at Staples Center, but congratulations to KDFX. Looking at the standings, this season is over. I wouldn't say that. We can go 6-4. We'll stay go 5-5. We kind of have to go on a huge win streak here, but I'm gonna stay optimistic. Who knows? It can happen. Hey, you never know. You never know what can happen. But anyway, got to the end of the chat and all that stuff. So I'm going to skate on out of here. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for just hanging out with me, having these conversations. Again, congratulations to LeBron James. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button too, please. Really would appreciate that. Trying to get to 10K. We're on the road there. I need one subscriber to get to 8360. That'd be awesome. I'm sure there's one of you that aren't subscribed. But regardless, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you. Again, congratulations to LeBron. Shout outs to LeBron. And hopefully the Lakers, now that that's out of the way, hopefully the Lakers can get the win.